our town. The day is May 7th, 1901. The time is just, before dawn. The sky is beginning to show some streaks of light over in the east there, behind the mountain. Well, I better show you how our town lies. Up here is Main Street. Way back there is the railway station, polished towns across the tracks. Over there is the Congregational Church. Across the streets, the Presbyterian, Methodist, and Unitarian are over there. Baptist is down the holler by the river. Catholic Church is over beyond the tracks. Over there is a post office and town hall combined. Jail's in the basement. Here's a grocery store and Mr. Morgan's drugstore. Most everybody in the town managed to look into these stores once a day. Public schools over yonder, high schools still further over, 9:15 mornings, noon times, and 3:00 afternoons, the whole town can hear the screaming and yelling from those schoolyards. This is our doctor's house, Doc Gibbs. This is the back door. This is Mrs. Gibbs' garden. Corn, peas, beans, heliotrope, and a whole lot of burdock. This is Mrs. Swipe's garden, just a lot like Mrs. Gibbs, only it's got a lot of sunflowers too. Nice town, you know what I mean? Nobody very remarkable ever come out of this town. As far as we know, the earliest tombstones in the cemetery up on the mountain say 1670 to 1680. There are Groovers and Cartwrights and Gibbsies and Herseys, same names as around here now. Well, as I said, it's about dawn. So, another day is begun. Here's Doc Gibbs coming Main Street now, and here's his wife coming downstairs to make breakfast. And here comes Joe Crowell Jr. delivering Mr. Webb's Sentinel.
Oh, morning, Dr. Gibbs.
Oh, good morning, Joe.
Somebody been sick, Doc?
No, just some kids run over in Polish Town.
Do you want your paper now?
I'll take it. Anything serious going on in the world since Wednesday?
Yes, sir. My school teacher, Miss Foster's, getting married to some fellow over in Concord.
And how do you boys feel about that?
Well, of course it's none of my business, but I think if someone starts out to be a teacher, she just ought to stay one.
Want to tell you something about a boy Joe Crowell there? You see, Joe was awful bright. Graduated from high school here, head of his class. So, he got a scholarship to Massachusetts Tech. Graduated head of his class there too. It was all written up in the Boston paper at that time. Going to be a great engineer, Joe was. But the war broke out, and he died in France. All that education for nothing.
Whoa, Bessie, what's the matter with you today?
And here comes Howie Newsome delivering the milk.
Oh, morning, Doc.
Oh, good morning, Howie.
Somebody sick?
No, just some kids run over in Texas.
Twins, eh? Sounds getting bigger every year.
Oh, morning, Howie.
Morning, Mrs. Gibbs.
Seems like you're late today.
Yeah, something was wrong with the separator. Don't know what it was.
Thank you. Children, time to get up. George, Rebecca. Is everything all right, Frank?
Yes, easy as kittens.
Sit down and drink your coffee. You can catch a couple hours this morning, can't you?
Well, Miss Wentworth, she's coming at 11. And I think I know what it's about, too. Her Stranic ain't what it ought to be.
All told, Frank, you won't get more than 3 hours sleep. I just do wish I could get you to go away someplace and take a real rest. I think it will do you good.
Emily, time to get up. Wally, 7 o'clock.
You got to speak to George about it. Seems like something has come over him. I can't even get him to cut me some wood, and I don't know.
Is he sensitive?
No, he just whines, and all he thinks about is just that baseball. George! Rebecca! It's time for school!
George, look sharp.
Yes, Pa!
Don't you hear your mother calling you? Well, if it does bother you that much, I'll go upstairs and I'll catch them.
Wally, 7 o'clock. Emily, you'll be late for school.
Ma, what dress shall I wear? Don't make a noise. Your father's been out all night and he needs his sleep. I washed and ironed the blue dress for you special.
Mama, I hate that dress.
Oh, hush up with you.
Every day I go to school dressed like a sick turkey.
Now, Rebecca, you always look very nice.
Mama, George is throwing soap at me.
These children. I'll come up there and slap the both of you. That's what I'll do.
We've got a factory here too. Hear it. Makes blankets.
Children, children. Children, I won't have it. Breakfast is just as good as any other meal, and I won't have you gobbling it down like fools. It'll stunt your growth. And that's a fact. Wally, put away the book.
Oh, Ma, by 10 o'clock I've got to know all about Canada.
You know the rules well as I do. No books at the table. As for me, I'd rather have my children healthy than bright.
I am both, Mama. You know I am. I'm the brightest girl in my school for my age.
Eat your breakfast.
I'm bright too when I'm looking at my stamp collection.
I'll speak to your father about it when he's rested. Seems to me 25 cents a week's enough for a boy your age.
Oh, Ma, I got lots of things to buy.
Strawberry phosphates, that's what you spend it on.
I don't see how Rebecca comes to have so much money. She has more than $1.
Well, I've been saving it up gradually.
Well, dear, I think it's a good thing to spend some money from time to time.
Mama, do you know what I love the most in the world? Do you? Money.
You eat your breakfast.
I can't have any more. I've got to go.
Mama, that's the first bell. I gotta hurry.
Walk fast, but you don't have to run. And Wally, pull up your pants at the knee. Emily, stand up straight.
Tell Miss Foster I send her my best congratulations. Can you remember that?
Yes, Ma.
Now, Rebecca, you look very nice. Pick up your feet.
Chick, 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 chick.
Oh, morning, Myrtle. How's your cold going?
Well, I still get that tickling feeling in my throat. I told Charles I'm not to go to choir practice. Wouldn't be any use.
And have you tried singing over your voice?
I have, but I can't seem to do that and stay on the key.
What's going to become of that? Myrtle, I got to tell you something, because if I don't tell somebody, I'll burst.
Why, Julia Gibbs?
Did one of those second-hand furniture men from Boston come see you last Friday?
No.
Well, he called on me. At first, I thought he was a patient wanting to see Dr. Gibbs. And Myrtle wept. He offered me $350 as I'm sitting here for Grandmother Wentworth's highboy.
Why, Julia Gibbs?
He did that old thing where it was so big, I didn't know where to put it, and almost gave it to Cousin Hester Wilcox.
Well, you're going to take it, aren't you?
I don't know.
You don't know? $350. What's come over you?
Well, if I could get the doctor to take the money and go away someplace on a real trip, I'd sell it like that. You know, Myrtle, it has been the dream of my life to see Paris, France. It sounds crazy, I suppose. But for the years I've been promising myself that if we ever had the
How
chance...
does the doctor feel about it?
Well, actually, I did beat about the bush a little bit and said that if I got a legacy, that's the way I'd put it, I'd make him take me somewhere.
And what did he say?
You know how he is. I haven't had a serious word out of him ever since I've known him. No, he said, it might make him discontented with Grover's Corners to go traipsing about Europe. Better let well enough alone, he still says.
Well, if that second-hand man's serious about buying it, you sell it, Julia. And then you'll finally get to see Paris. Just keep dropping hints from time to time. That's how I got to see the Atlantic Ocean, you know.
I'm sorry I mentioned it. Only it seems to me that once in your lifetime before you die, you ought to see a country where they don't speak English and they don't even want to.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. Now, we're going to skip a few hours, but first, we want to get a little bit more information about the town. Kind of a scientific account, you might say. So, I've asked Professor Willard of our State University to sketch in a few details of our past history here. Is Professor Willard here?
Here I am.
May I introduce Professor Willard of our State University. A few brief notes. Thank you, Professor. Unfortunately, our time is limited.
Sure. Grover's Corners. Let me see. Grover's Corners lies on the Placestone's granite of the Appalachian Range. It's some of the oldest land in the world, and we're very proud of that. We found some very interesting, some very unique fossils 2 miles out of town in Silas Peckham's cow pasture. Oh, shall I read some of Professor Gruber's notes on the meteorological situation, precipitation, etc.?
Afraid we don't have time for that, Professor, but we might have a few words on the history of man here.
Yes. Anthropological data, early Amerindian stock, Cotahachi tribes. No evidence found before the 10th era seem to have entirely disappeared. But there have been some possible chases in 3 families.
And the population, Professor?
The population is at 2,640.
Oh, just a moment, Professor.
Oh, sorry, my bad. The current population is at 2,642. The postal district brings in around 507 more, making the total population 3,149. Birth rates and mortality rates constant by Macpherson's Gauge 6.032.
Thank you very much, Professor. We're all very much obliged to you, I'm sure.
Not at all, miss, not at all.
This way, Professor, and thank you again. Now, the political and social reports. Editor Webb, Mr. Webb.
He'll be here in just a minute. He cut his hand eating an apple.
Thank you, Mrs. Webb.
Charles! Everybody's waiting!
Mr. Webb is editor and publisher of the Grover's Corner Sentinel. That's our local paper, you know.
Well, I don't have to tell you that we're run by a board of selectmen. All males vote at the age of 21. Women vote indirect. We are lower middle class, sprinkling of professional men, 10% illiterate laborers. Politically, we're 85% Democrats, 12% Republicans, 4% socialists, rest indifferent. Religiously, we are 86% Protestants, 12% Catholics, rest indifferent.
Do you have any comment, Mr. Webb?
Very ordinary town, if you ask me. Better behaved than most. But our young people seem to like here well enough. 90% of them graduating from high school settled right down here to live, even after they've been away to college.
Now, is there anyone in the audience who'd like to ask Mr. Webb anything about the town?
Oh, Mr. Webb, is there a cultural love of beauty in Grover's Corners?
Well, ma'am, not in the sense that you mean. I mean, come to think of it, there are some girls who play piano at their high school commencement, but they don't like it much. No, ma'am, we don't got much culture here. But maybe this is the place to tell you that we got pleasures of a kind. We like to see the sun come up over the mountain in the morning. We watch the change of seasons, and we notice a good deal about the birds. Yeah, everybody knows about them.
Thank you, Mr. Webb. Now, we'll go back into the town. It's early afternoon. All 2,642 have had their dinners and the dishes have been washed. There's an early afternoon calm in our town. a humming and a buzzing from those school buildings, only a few buggies on Main Street, and there are the horses dozing on their hitching posts. You all remember what it's like. Doc Gibbs in his office tapping people and making them say, and Mr. Webb cutting his lawn. Over there.
I can't, Louis. I've got to go home and help my mother. I promise.
Oh, simply, who do you think you are today?
Papa, you terrible. 1 minute you tell me to stand up straight. The next you call me names. I just don't listen to you.
A special handshake for my special daughter.
Hello, Emily.
Oh, hello.
You made a fine speech in class.
Well, I was really ready to talk about the Monroe Doctrine. But at the last minute, Miss Conklin made me talk about the Louisiana Purchase instead. You know, I worked an awful long time for both of them.
It's funny, Emily. From your window up there, I can see your hairless on while you're trying to do your homework over in your room.
Why? Can you?
You certainly do stick to it, Emily. I don't get how you can sit still that long in class. I guess you like school.
Well, I always feel it's just something you have to go through.
Yo.
I don't really mind it. It passes time.
Yo. Emily, what do you think about this? We can kind of work out a telegraph from your window to mine. And once in a while, you can kind of give me a hint or two one of these algebra problems. I don't need the answers. Emily, of course not. Just some little hint.
Well, I believe hints are allowed. So if you get stuck, you whistle to me, and I'll give you some hints.
Emily, you're just naturally bright, I guess.
I always feel that is how a person's born.
Yo, but you see, I want to become a farmer on Uncle Luke's farm. And he says whenever I'm ready, I can come over and work on his farm. And if I'm any good, I can just gradually have it.
You mean the house and everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thanks. I better be heading out to the baseball field. Thanks a lot for the talk, Emily. Good afternoon, Mrs. Webb.
Good afternoon, George.
So long, Emily.
So long, George.
Why? George Gibbs let himself have a real conversation today, didn't he? Why, he's growing up. How old would George be?
I don't know.
He must be almost 16.
Mama, I made a speech in class today and that was really good.
Well, you'll have to recite it for your father at supper. What was it about?
The Louisiana Purchase. It was like silk off a spool. I'm gonna make speeches all my life. Mama, will you answer me a question? Serious?
Seriously, dear, not serious.
Seriously, will you?
Of course I will.
Mama, am I good looking?
Yes, of course you are. All my children have got good features. I'd be ashamed if they hadn't.
No, Mama, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, am I pretty?
Emily, I've already told you. You have a nice, young, pretty face. I've never heard of such foolishness.
Mama, were you pretty?
Well, yes, I was. I was the prettiest girl in town. Next to Mommy Cartwright.
But Mama, you've got to say something about me. Am I pretty enough to get anybody, to get people interested in me?
Emily, you make me tired. You have a nice, young, pretty face for all normal purposes. Now come and take those balls.
You're no help at all.
One.
I could. Making that sound. The piano was making that sound. Sorry.
Well, good deal of time's gone by. It's evening. You can hear choir practice going on at the Congregational Church. The children are at home doing their schoolwork. The day is running down like a tired clock.
Now look here, everybody. Music came into the world for pleasure. Make it softer and softer. Get it out of your head that music is only good when it's loud. You leave the loudness to the Methodists. You couldn't even beat them if you tried to. Now, again. Choir. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Emily.
Hello.
Hello.
I can't walk at all. The moonlight's terrible.
Emily, did you get the third question?
Which?
The third.
Let me see. Why, yes, George. It's the easiest of them all.
Emily, I don't say it. Can you give me a hint?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The answer's in yards.
In yards? What do you mean?
In square yards.
Oh, in square yards.
Yes, George. Don't you see?
Yeah.
In square yards of wallpaper.
Wallpaper? Oh, I see. Thanks a lot, Emily.
You're welcome. My, isn't the moonlight terrible? And the choir practice going on. I think if you hold your breath, you can hear the train all the way to Kentucky. Hear it?
What do you know?
Well, I'm just gonna go and try to work. Good night.
Good night, Emily, and thanks.
Now, before I forget it, how many of you will be able to come in Tuesday afternoon and sing at Fred Hershey's wedding? Show your hands. That'll be good. That will be right nice. We'll do the same thing we did at Jane Shorbridge's wedding last month. We'll do, art thou weary, art thou languid? It's a question, and ladies and gentlemen, make it talk. Ready?
George, can you come down a minute?
Yes, Pa.
Go on and make yourself comfortable. I'll only keep you here a minute. George, how old are you?
I'm 16, almost 17.
And you, what do you want to do when school is over?
Over? Why? You know, Pa, I want to become a farmer in Kuluk's farm.
And you'll be willing, will you, to wake up early, milk and feed the stock, hoe and hay all day?
Sure I will. What are you? What do you mean, Pa?
You know, I was in my office today, and I heard a funny sound. Can you give me a guess as to what it was? Well, funny enough, it was your mother chopping wood. There, can you see your mother? She wakes up early, cooks and cleans all day, washes and irons, and she still has to go to the back and chop wood. And you still eat the food that she makes for you, wears the clothes that she keeps nice for you. Like she's some hired maid we keep around that we don't really like very much. I've known you long enough, George. I know what you can be when you put your mind to it. I knew all I had to do was bring your attention to it. His handkerchief. And after all this, I've decided to raise your allowance. 35 cents a week. And no, not because of chopping wood for your mother. Because now that's a present you give her. But because you're getting older. And I imagine that there are things you'd want to buy.
Thanks, Pa.
But seriously, I wonder where your mother is. Choir practice never did go out this late.
It's only 8:30, Pa.
I wonder why she's in that old choir anyway. She hasn't any more voice than an old crow. Tried to sing around at this hour. Just about time you retired, don't you think?
Yes, Pa.
Good night.
Good night, Samantha. Good night, Mr.
good
Foster.
night. 259. Real nice choir practice, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, Myrtle, would you look at the moon? Isn't it wonderful?
Is it?
Potato weather for sure.
Genuinely, I didn't want to say this in front of the others, but now we're alone. It's the worst scandal in town.
What?
Simon Stimson.
Now, Luella.
But Julia, having the organist of the church drink and drunk year after year. You know he was drunk tonight.
Now, Luella, we all know about Simon Stimson, and we all know about the troubles he's been through, and Dr. Ferguson knows it too. And if Dr. Ferguson keeps him on his job, the only thing the rest of us can do is just not to notice it.
Julia, do you hear yourself? Not to notice it, it's getting worse.
No, it isn't, Luella. I've been in that choir twice as long as you have. It doesn't happen anywhere near so often. I hate to go to bed on a night like this, but those children will be up till all hours. Good night, Luella.
Good night.
Good night,
Julia.
Rachel.
Good night. See you on Sunday.
Good night. Oh, we had a real good time.
Oh, you're late enough.
Why, Frank, it ain't later than usual.
And you, stopping at every corner to gossip with a lot of hens.
Now, Frank, don't be grouchy. Just come outside and smell the heliotrope in the moonlight. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh.
Now tell me, what'd you do the time that I was away?
I read, as usual. You know, I was reading this fabulous book about... Never mind. Enough about me. What were the girls gossiping about tonight?
Well, there's a lot to gossip about.
Simon Stimson's far gone, was he?
Worst I've ever seen him. How will that end, Frank? Dr. Ferguson can't forgive him forever.
Well, you know, I know more about Simon Stimson's affairs than anybody else in this town. Some people just ain't made for small town life. And there's not a lot we can do about it. But best we can do for now is just wait.
Frank, I'm worried about you.
What are you worried about?
Well, I think it's my duty to make plans for you, to make you to go get a real rest and just relax a bit. And if I get that legacy, I'm going to insist on it.
Now, Julia, there's no point in going over this again.
Why, Frank? You're just being so unreasonable.
Well, it's getting late. First thing, you'll catch a cold. I gave George a piece of my mind earlier today. I reckon you'll have your wood chopped for a while now. Now, can we please get upstairs?
You know what, Frank? Dr. Ferguson, no, it's Miss Fairchild's child. She locks her front door every evening. And of which the people in the upper part of town do.
They're all getting certified. That's the issue with them. Everybody in this town knows. They haven't anything fit to burgle anyway. Just a waste of time, if you ask me.
Get out, Rebecca. There's only room for one person at this window. You're always doing everything.
Well, let me look just a minute.
Use your own window.
I did, but there's no moon there. George, do you know what I think? Do you? I think the moon
moon is getting nearer and nearer and there'll be a big explosion.
Rebecca, you don't know anything. The moon was getting nearer. Those people will sit with telescopes all night. Will see it first and tell us about it.
George, is the moon shining on South America, Canada, and half the whole world?
Well, probably is.
9:30. Most of the lights are out. No. There's Constable Warren trying a few doors on Main Street, and here comes Editor Webb after putting his newspaper to sleep.
My guys. Hey, what is it? Just vote for them.
Good evening, Bill.
Evening, Mr. Webb.
Quite a moon.
Yup.
All quiet tonight?
Well, someone Stimson is rolling around a little. Just saw his wife moving out to hunt for him, so I just ignored her. There he is now.
Good evening, Simon. Town seems to have settled for the night pretty well. I guess you should do the same. Can I walk away with you? Thank you. Good night.
I don't know how that's going to end, Mr. Webb.
Well, he's seen a peck of trouble, one thing after another. Good night, Bill.
Good night, Mr. Webb.
Who's that up there? Is that you, Myrtle?
No, Papa, it's me.
Why are you awake at this hour?
I don't know. I just couldn't sleep yet. But the moonlight's so wonderful. And the smell of Mrs. Gibbs' heliotrope. Do you smell it?
Yeah. Haven't any troubles in your mind, have you, Emily?
Troubles? No, Papa.
Well, enjoy yourself, but don't let your mother catch you. Good night, Emily.
Good night.
George, did I ever tell you about the letter Jane Crawford got from a minister when she was sick? You know, he wrote Jane a letter, and you know what the address was? Let me tell you. So, first of all, it was written, Jane Crawford Farm, Grover's Corners, Slatton County, New Hampshire.
What's funny about that?
But listen, it's not finished yet. United States of America, continent of North America, New Hemisphere, the Earth, the solar system, the universe, the mind of God. And that's what it said on the letter.
What do you know?
And the postman brought it just the same.
Who do you know?
So, it's 3 years later, it's 1904. The sun's come up over 1,000 times. Babies that weren't even born before have noticed Yes, the sun's come up over 1,000 times. Babies that weren't even born before have begun talking regular sentences already. And a number of people who thought that they were right young and spry have noticed that they can't bound up a flight of stairs without their hearts fluttering a little. All that can happen in 1,000 days. Nature's been pushing and contriving in other ways too. A number of people fell in love and got married. Most everybody in the world falls in love and gets married. In our town, they're hardly any exception. Most everybody in the town climbs into their graves when married. So, it's years later, it's 1904, it's July 7th, just after high school commencement. That's the time most people jump up and get married as soon as they have passed their last examinations in solid geometry and Cicero restorations. Looks like they find themselves fit to be married. So, it's early morning, only this time it's raining. It's been pouring and thundering. There, you can hear the 5:45 for Boston. And there's Mrs. Gibbs and Mrs. Webb coming downstairs to make breakfast, just as if it were an ordinary day. I don't have to point out to the women in my audience that those ladies they see before them, both ladies have cooked 3 meals a day and no summer vacation. They brought up 3 children apiece, washed, cleaned, and never a nervous breakdown. It is like what one of those Middle West poets said. You've got to love life to have life, and you've got to have life to love life. It is what they call a vicious circle. And here comes Secret delivering the paper, and Howie Newsome delivering the milk.
Morning, Howie.
Morning, C. Anything in the papers I ought to know?
Not really, except we've lost about the best baseball player Grover's Corners ever had, George Gibbs.
Well, I reckon he is.
I don't see how we could give up such a thing just to get married. Would you, Howie?
Not sure, C. Never know turning that way.
I don't think it.
Oh.
Oh, morning, Howie.
Morning, Mrs. Gibbs.
Do you think it's going to rain again?
Well, it's rained so heavily. I think it should clear up soon.
Certainly hope it will.
What would you like today?
I'm going to have a house full of relations, Howie. Can I have 3 milk and 2 cream, please?
Yes, ma'am. By the way, my wife said to tell you that we hope they'll be happy.
We know they will. Thanks a lot, Howie.
Morning, Mrs. Webb.
Good morning, Howie. Now, I told you 4 quarts of milk, but I do hope you can spare me another.
Yes, ma'am. And the 2 of cream?
Howie, do you think it'll rain today?
Well, I was actually just talking to Mrs. Gibbs about how it should clear up soon. By the way, my wife said to tell you that we hope they'll be happy.
Thank you, and thank Mrs. Newsome for me.
Will do.
Well, Ma, the day has come. You're losing one of your cheeks.
Frank, don't you say another word. I feel like crying every minute.
You know, the groom's up shaving himself. Only, he has an awful lot to shave. Whistling and singing like he's glad to leave us. You know, every now and again, I hear him saying, I do in the mirror. But, you know, it doesn't sound convincing to me.
Frank, I don't know how he'll get along, but Frank, they're too young. Emily won't think of such things, and he'll catch his death of cold within a week.
You know, I was thinking of our wedding morning, Julia.
Now, don't you start that, Frank Gibbs.
I was the scaredest young fella in the state of New Hampshire. I thought I'd made a huge mistake. But when I saw you walking down that aisle, I swear, I thought you were the prettiest girl in the world. Only issue was, I'd never met you before. There I was in the Congregational Church, marrying a total stranger.
And how do you think I felt? Frank, weddings are perfectly awful things. Farces, that's what they are.
How did you sleep last night, Julia?
I had a lot of the hours struck off.
You know, yes, I get a shock every time I think of George setting out to be a family man. That great gangling thing. You know, I tell you, Julia, the relationship between a father and a son is a darn awkwardest.
Well, mother and daughter is no picnic, let me tell you.
They have their own troubles, I suppose. But that's none of our business. Everybody has a right to their own troubles.
Yeah. People are meant to go through life 2 by 2. It ain't natural to be lonesome.
You know one of the things I was scared of when I married you, Julia?
Oh, go along with you.
I was scared that we wouldn't have any material for conversation. Mourned only let us a few weeks, and I thought we'd be eating our meals in silence. But we were conversing for over 20 years without any noticeable barren spells.
Well, good weather, bad weather. It ain't much of a choice, but I always find something to say. As a matter of fact, did you see Rebecca staring around upstairs today?
Rebecca? As a matter of fact, I haven't. Only day of the year, she hasn't been up and about, managing everyone's business. You know, I did see her in her room, though. I get the impression she's crying.
Oh, Lord sakes, this has to stop. Rebecca, come downstairs and have your breakfast.
Good morning, everybody. 25 more hours to live.
George Gibbs, where are you going?
Just stepping across the grass to see my girl.
Well, you wear your overshoes. It's raining torrents outside. You don't get out of this house without preparing for it.
George, I've told you, how many times do I have to tell you? Can you do as your mother tells you?
You can go and kill yourself on all weathers, but in my house you live wisely, thank you.
Be back in a minute.
Goodness, you frightened me, George. Now, you can come in a minute, but you know I can't ask you in.
Why not?
George, you know as well as I do, the groom can't see his bride not until he sees her in church.
Oh, that's just a superstition. Good morning, Mr. Webb.
Good morning, George.
Do you believe in superstitions, do you?
Well, there's some common sense in superstitions, George.
Millions have followed it. You don't want to be the first to fall in the face of custom.
Where's Emily?
She's still asleep. I haven't had a sound out of her.
Emily's asleep.
Well, no wonder. We were up all hours sewing and packing. Here's what I'll do. I'll go upstairs and see to it Emily doesn't come down and surprise you.
Well, George, how are you?
I'm fine. Mr. Webb, is there a sense of superstition like that?
Well, on our wedding morning, a girl's head apt to be full of things. Clothes, one thing after another. That's probably it.
Yes, I never thought of that.
A girl's might nervous on her wedding day.
I wish a fella could just get ready without marching up and down.
Every man that's lived has felt that way about it, George. It's the woman who built it up. A man looks pretty small at a wedding.
But you believe in it, don't you?
Oh, yes, my boy. Weddings are a wonderful, wonderful thing. And don't you ever forget that.
Mr. Webb, how old were you when you getting married?
Oh, age hasn't much to do with it compared to other things.
What were you going to say, Mr. Webb?
I don't know. Was I going to say something? I was thinking the other night about some advice my father gave me when I got married. Charles, he said, start out early showing them who's boss. Give him orders even if they don't make sense so that she'll learn how to obey. And if anything about you irritates you, just get up and leave so that she'll know what's expected of her. And never let your wife know how much money you have.
Well, Mr. Webb, I don't think
So, I took the opposite of my father's advice, and I've been happy ever since. And let that be a lesson to you. Never take advice on personal matters.
George, Emily's got to come down and have her breakfast now. She sends you her love, but she doesn't want to lay eyes on you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, George.
Oh, I guess you forgot about that older superstition.
What do you mean, Charles?
Since cavemen, no bridegroom should see his father-in-law on the wedding day or near it.
Now, I have to interrupt again here. You see, we want to know how all this started. This plan to spend a lifetime together. You know how it is. You're 21 or you're 22, and you make some decisions, then wish you're 70. You've been a lawyer for 50 years, and this white-haired lady at your side has eaten over 50,000 meals with you. So, how do such things begin? George and Emily are now going to show us the conversation that they first heard when they knew that, as the saying goes, that they were meant for each other. But before they do it, I want you to try and remember what it was like when you were very young, particularly when you were first in love. You were like a person sleepwalking, and you were just a little bit crazy. Will you remember that for me, please?
9.
Now, they'll be walking out of high school at 3 o'clock. George has just been elected president of the junior class. And as it is June, that means he'll be president of the senior class all next year. And Emily has been elected secretary and treasurer. I don't have to tell you how important that is.
I can't, Louis. I've got to go home and help my mother. Goodbye. Oh, Estine, you want to come over tonight and do Latin? Hey, isn't that necessarily just the worst thing? Tell your mom you have to. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, Helen. Goodbye, Fred.
Then after that, it's the dead.
Can I carry a book home for you, Emily?
Why? It isn't that far.
I'm awfully glad that you're elected to Emily.
Thank you.
Emily, why are you mad at me?
I'm not mad at you.
You've been treating me so funny lately.
Well, since you ask, I might as well just say it right out. George, I don't like the change that's come over you in the last year. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, but I've got to say the truth and shame the devil.
A change? What do you mean?
Well, up to a year ago, I used to like you a lot. And I used to watch you as you did everything. Because we'd been friends for such a long time. And then you began spending all your time at baseball. And you never really stopped to speak to anybody anymore. Not even to your own family. You didn't. And George, it's a fact. You got awful conceited and stuck up and all the girls say so. They may not say it to your face, but that's what they say behind your back. It hurts me a lot to hear them say it, but I've got to agree with them just a little. George, I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, but I can't be sorry I said it.
Thanks for telling me that, Emily. I never knew such a thing was happening to me. I guess it's hard for a fella to have 4 clips into his character.
Well, I always expect someone to be perfect, and I think he should be.
I don't think it's possible to be perfect, Emily.
Well, my father is perfect, and your father is perfect too. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be perfect.
Well, I think it's the other way around. Boys aren't naturally good, but girls are.
You might as well just sit right out that I'm not perfect, because it's harder for girls to be perfect as it is for a man. Now, I'm sorry I said that all about you. I don't know what made me say it.
Emily. Emily, do you want an ice cream soda or something before you go home?
Sure, I'd like that.
Hello, George. Hello, Emily. What will you have? Where Emily Webb? What have you been crying about?
She's awful scared, Miss Morgan. She almost got hit by that hardware store wagon. Everybody says Tom Hanks is a crazy driver.
Well, now, I tell you, you've got to look both ways before you cross Main Street these days. This town gets worse every year. What will you have?
I'll have a strawberry phosphate.
No, Emily. Have an ice cream soda with me. 2 strawberry ice cream soda, Miss Morgan.
Two strawberry ice cream sodas. Here they are. Yes, sir. Enjoy them.
They're so expensive.
No, don't you think of that. We're celebrating our elections. Do you know what else you're celebrating?
I'm not sure.
Though I've got a friend who owes to tell me everything that I need to be told.
George, don't think of that. I don't know what made me say it. It's not important anyways.
You stick to it, Emily. But you see, I'm going to change. Emily, I have a favor to ask you.
What, George?
If I go to state agricultural next year, will you be writing letters for me?
I certainly will. Yes, I will. I certainly think that being away for 3 years, it gets out of touch from everything. Maybe Grover's Corner wouldn't even be that interesting. Grover's Corner isn't a very important place when you think about all the New Hampshire, but it's a really good place.
The day will come when I will want to know everything that happens here. I know that's true.
Well, I'll try to make my letters interesting.
Yeah, but you see, whenever I see a farmer, I ask them if it's important to go to state agricultural school to become a good farmer.
Uh-huh.
And even some of them say it's a waste of time. But you can still get everything from out the pamphlets the government sends out.
My.
And Uncle Luke is about to retire. And he's waiting for me to come over and work on his farm.
George, I really think you should go to the agricultural school. It will do you some good.
And like you say, being gone all that time in another town. Gosh, if anything like that is going to happen, I don't want to go away. I guess new people aren't better than old people.
Yeah. George, I really think you should.
Emily, I've made up my mind. I'm not going to agricultural school anymore. And I'm going to tell Pa about it tonight.
George, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to make a decision right now. It's a whole year away.
Emily, I'm glad that you spoke to me like that. That fall creeps into my character. Whatever you said was right, but there was one wrong thing with it. When you said I haven't been noticing people, and you, for instance, you. I always put you as the chief people always think about, and always made sure where you're sitting at the bleachers and the people you are sitting with. Like for the past 3 days, I've been trying to walk with you home, but something always came in our way. Like yesterday, I was leaning against that wall, but you decided to walk home with Miss Corcoran.
George, life is awful funny. I just don't know how I couldn't notice it.
I'm telling you.
Emily,
We're over
I'm going to tell you
here.
the reason why I don't want to go to agricultural school anymore.
We're over here. We're going to go.
I feel like if you're fond of someone, I mean, if someone is fond of you, or really likes your character, they're just as important as colleges, or even more so.
I think it is important as well.
Emily,
Yes, George?
Emily, if I become a better person, will you be, could you be...
I am now, and I always have been.
I guess we have been having a really important talk, Emily.
Yeah.
Just wait here a minute and I'll walk you home.
Hey, Kiza.
Miss Morgan, I'll have to go home and get the money. I'll be back just in a minute.
Hey! Hey, George Gibbs. Do you mean to tell me that you've come to my restaurant without
Yes,
any
I do have
money?
a reason, Miss Morgan.
Guy.
Okay.
I forgot to
Here's my
not
gold watch.
say my
Can have it till I come
usual
back.
That's
voice.
all right. Keep your watch.
'Cause I have
I'll
a
trust you.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
I'll trust you 10 years and not a day over, George. All over your shock, Emily?
Yes, George, I'm ready.
Well, now, we're ready to get on with the wedding. There are lots of things to be said about a wedding. There are a lot of thoughts that go on during a wedding. But we can't get to fit them all into one wedding, naturally, and especially not into a wedding in Grover's Corners, where they're awfully plain and short.
George? George, what's the matter?
Mama, I don't want to grow old. Why is everybody pushing me
Why,
so?
George, you wanted this?
No, ma, listen to me.
No? George, you're a man now, okay?
Listen, ma, for the last time I ask you. All I want is just to be a fella.
George, can you stop that? What if anybody hears you? Do you hear yourself? I'm ashamed of you.
Where's Emily?
George, you gave me such a turn.
Cheer, ma, I'm getting married.
Emily, now, don't get upset.
But Papa, I don't want to get married.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Why can't I stay for a while just as I am? Let's go away.
Now, just stop and think for a minute.
Don't you remember? You used to say all the time that I was your God. There must be so many places.
You mustn't think such things. You're just nervous. George? George! Why, George is the best young fellow in the world. George is a fine man.
But Papa!
George, I'm giving away my daughter. Do you think I can take care of her?
Mr. Well, I want to try. Emily, I'm going to take care of you. And from the bottom of my heart, I love you, Emily. And I need you.
Well, if you love me, help me. All I want is someone to love me.
I will, Emily. I'll try.
Do you hear? And I mean forever. Do you hear? Forever and ever.
That's very right.
Come, everybody's waiting for us, and you know everything will be alright. Come.
Look at this busy walk.
Do you, George, take this woman, Emily, to be your wedded wife, to have and to hold till death do you part?
I do.
Do you, Emily, take this man, George, to be your wedded husband, to have and to hold till death do you part? I pronounce you husband and wife.
I wish I was there. I wish I was there.
Wow, we are left alone standing.
Finally, you're done.
Now we are done.
We're not done yet.
Oh wow, we've done it. He's running down. Anywhere.
Where do we leave?
Like we have a very nice marriage, yes. And all that, and all that.
Where do we leave?
Heck, broken the leg.
Okay, let me just go like this.
It's time for the funeral.
No, the truth. I'm
It's
going
time
this
for
way.
the funeral.
Going this way.
Huh? The funeral. Funeral. The
We're
funeral.
not done yet.
Yes. Can the curtains close? Curtains are supposed to
Yeah.
close. We, us. You're going to arrange.
I do not.
I'm so stressed.
Have you seen my bag? Yo, have you seen my bag? Where's my
The
bag?
big bag behavior. Nothing. It's umbrella.
Where's my... It was here. My bag. My bag.
Where's your bag? Hi, yeah.
That's not mine. This mine. The cat is very big. Excuse. Excuse.
9 years have gone by, friends. Summer 1913. Gradual changes in Grover's Corners. Horses are getting rarer. Farmers are coming to town with fords. Funny thing now, everybody now locks their doors at night. Ain't been any burglars, but everybody's heard about them. You'd be surprised though, on the whole, there's not really been much of a change around here. This is the most important part of Grover's Corners. It's on a hilltop. Lots of sky, lots of clouds, lots of sun, moon, and stars. There, quite a way down, is Grover's Corners. Beautiful spots up here. Mountain laurel and lilacs. Over there, some old stones, 1670 to 1680. Strong-minded people have come a long way to be independent. Over there, some Civil War veterans. New Hampshire boys. This is a new part of the cemetery. There's your friend, Mrs. Gibbs, and let me see. There's Mrs. Swams and Mr. Simpson and a whole lot of others. And there's Editor Webb's boy Wallace, whose appendix burst while on a Boy Scout trip to the Crawford Notch. There are a lot of things to be said, but we don't look at them or talk about them very often. We know that something is eternal. Everybody knows in their bones that something is eternal. And that something has to do with human beings. There's something way deep down that's eternal about every human being. Well, there are some living people. There's Justoda, the undertaker, supervising a new made grave. And here comes a Grover's Corners boy who left town to go out west.
Good afternoon, just ordered.
Jesus Christ. Good afternoon. Let me see now. Do I know you?
I'm Sam Craig, if you remember me.
Gracious sakes alive. Of all people, I should have known you'd be back for the funeral. You've been away for a long time, sir.
Yes, I'm in business out in Buffalo now.
Very sad, our journey today.
Yes.
You know, I always say, I hate supervising when a young person's life has been taken.
Why? This my Aunt Julia. I'd forgotten that she'd...
Doc Gibbs lost his wife about 3 years ago around the same time. And today is a pretty bad blow for him too.
That's my sister's Carrie's boy, Sam Craig. He's all grown up now. Simon?
What'd she die of?
Who?
My cousin.
Oh, didn't you know? Had some trouble bringing a baby into the world. It was her second though. There was a small boy around 4 years old.
Her grave's gonna be over there?
Yes.
Oh, you don't know about it yet. It's my daughter-in-law, Emily Webb.
Well, the road up there must be awfully muddy. What did she die of?
In childbirth.
Childbirth? My, I forgot. Oh, wasn't life just awful and wonderful?
Wonderful, was it?
Simon, now remember.
Hello. Hello, Emily. Hello, Mother Gibbs.
Emily?
It's raining.
Oh, yes, dear. Just trust yourself. They'll be gone soon.
It seems thousands and thousands of years since Papa remembered my favorite hymn. Oh, I wish I'd been here for a long time. I don't like being new here. How do you do, Mr. Stimson?
How do you do, Emily?
Mother Gibbs, George and I made that farm into just the best place you ever saw. We thought about you all the time. We wanted to show you the new barn and the great lawn cement drinking fountain we have for the stock.
And how did you get all of that?
Mother Gibbs, I don't know.
Well, you're welcome. You're one of us now.
Look, Father Gibbs is bringing some of my flowers to you. He looks just like George, doesn't he? Oh, Mother Gibbs,
I never realized how troubled and how in the dark life persons are. Look at him. I loved him so. From morning till night. That's all they are. Troubled.
Oh, a little cooler than it was. Yes, the rain with its own validity. The northeastern will always do the same. Don't stay. If it isn't the rain, it's a 3-day flow.
But Mother Gibbs, one can go back. One can go back there again into living. I feel it. I know it. Why? Just then for a moment, I was thinking about the farm. And for a minute I was there
Yes, of course you can.
I can go and live all those days over again. Why not?
All I can say is, Emily, don't.
But it's true, isn't it? One can go and live back there again.
You not only live it, but you watch yourself living it.
Yeah.
And as you watch it, you see the thing that they down there never know. You see the future. You know what's going to happen afterwards.
But why is that painful?
That's not the only reason why you shouldn't do it, Emily. When you're here long enough, you'll understand that your life is to forget all that. Be ready and think for what is ahead.
But Mother Gibbs, how can I ever forget life? It's all I know, it's all I had.
Emily, don't.
But I won't choose over a sad day. I'll choose a happy one.
No, at least choose an important day. At least important day will be sort of and show its importance.
Then it can't be since I was married or since the baby was born. I choose a birthday, can't I? I choose my 12th birthday.
All right, February 11th, 1899, a Tuesday. Do you want any specific time of the day?
Oh, I want the whole day.
Well, we'll begin at dawn.
There's Main Street. And that's Mr. Morgan's drugstore before he changed it. And there's Library Stable.
Yes, it's 1899. This is 14 years ago.
Oh, that's the town I knew as a little girl. And look, there's the white fence that used to be around our house. Oh, I'd forgotten that. Oh, I love it so. Are they inside?
Yes, your mother will be coming downstairs in a minute to make breakfast.
Will she?
Yes, and do you remember, your father had been out of town for several days. He came back on the early morning train.
No.
He had been back to his old college to make a speech at Clinton in Western New York.
There's High Newsome, and there's a policeman, but he's dead. He died. Policeman, High Newsome. He was there. But I left him there.
Don't worry, Emily. Everything's going to be all right.
Oh, morning, Bill. You're up early.
Morning, I've been rescuing a party. Daniel froze to death down by Polish Town. Say something.
Emily, it's time to get up. Wally, 7 o'clock.
Mama, I'm here. Oh, how young Mama looks. I never knew Mama was ever that young.
You can just light the kitchen fire, but hurry. I wonder where Mr. Newsome is.
Mr. Newsome? Oh, Mama. I'm here. Mama. Mama.
I want to kill myself and bury myself. Fucking hell.
Where is she?
Where am I?
Fuck.
Mama! Where is she? Mama, I'm here! Emily, come down and have your breakfast.
Mama, I can't find my blue ribbon.
Just open your eyes, that's all. I laid it for you on the dresser special. If you were a snake, it'd come out and bite you.
Yes, yes.
Mama! Where's Papa? Where is he? Can you hear me? Where is he? Mama! Where is he? Mama! Please, just look at me. Where's Papa? I left him there. Mama, he was there. With Constable Warren, where is he? Where is Charles? Papa! Mama! Oh, Mama. Please, take me back.
Mama, I can't still find it.
Whatever, just sit down, just sit down. A very happy birthday to you and many special returns.
Thank you.
That in the blue paper is something your Aunt Carrie brought you. I can't! And the postcard album, I reckon you can guess who brought it in. I found it on the doorstep while I was bringing in the milk. Oh, George Gibbs. He must have been out in the cold pretty early. Very nice of him. Oh, George, I'd forgotten that. Chew that bacon slow and good. It'll help you stay warm on a cold day. Mama! That in the yellow paper is something I found in the attic among your grandmother's things. You're old enough to wear it now, and I thought you'd like it.
Wow. Mama, it's so pretty. Especially because it came from you. I love it.
Oh, I'm glad you do. Your Aunt Nora couldn't find one in Concord, so I had to send it all the way to Boston. Wally has something for you too. He said it's a manual training guide. He's very proud of it. So make sure to make a big fuss about it. Your father has something for you too. I myself don't know what it is. Shh, here he comes.
Birthday girl. Where's my birthday girl?
I can't go on. It goes so fast. We don't have time to look at one another. Oh, Mama, just look at me for a minute as though you really saw me. Mama, 14 years have gone by. I'm dead. Your grandmother, Mama. I married George Gibbs, Mama. Well, is that too? Mama, Isabel is back on a camping trip to North Conway. We felt just terrible about it. Don't you remember? But just for a moment, we are all together. Mama, just for a minute, we are all happy. Please, let's look at one another. I can't. It goes so fast. We don't have time to look at one another. Take me back. I'm going into my grave. I didn't realize all that was going on. And we never noticed.
Maybe some poets and saints. Maybe. They do sometimes.
I'm ready to go back. Goodbye. Goodbye, world. Goodbye, Grover's Corners. Mama and Papa. Goodbye to clock ticking. And mamas and flowers. Food and coffee and new dresses.
sleeping and waking up. Oh, Earth, you're too wonderful for anybody to ever realize you. I'm ready.
Emily, were you happy?
No. I should have listened to you. That's all human beings are. Blind people.
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Stimson, I should have listened to them.
Yes, now you know. Now you know that's what it was to be alive. To move about in a cloud of ignorance, to go up and down, trampling on the feelings of those about you. To spend and waste time as if you had 1,000,000 years. To always be at one self-centered passion or another. Now you know that's the happy existence you wanted to go back to. Ignorance and blindness.
Simon Stimson, that ain't the truth and you know it.
Emily, won't you look at that star? I happen to forget its name.
Mother Gibbs, it's George.
Shh, dear, just trust yourself.
It's George. Mother Gibbs.
Yes, Emily?
They don't understand, do they?
Not really. They don't.
Most everybody's asleep at Grover's Corners. No, there are a few lights on now. There's Shorty Hawkins down at the depot who has just watched the Albany train go by. There's us setting up and talking at the livery stable. Yes, it's clearing up. There are the stars doing their old crisscross journeys in the sky. Scholars haven't seemed to settle the matter yet. They seem to think there are no living beings up there, just chalk or fire. Only this one is straining away all the time to make something of itself. The strain is so bad that in every 16 hours, everybody lies down and gets a rest. 11 o'clock in Grover's Corners, you get a good rest too. Good night.